Hey, Jay Nolan here. I want to talk to you about the power of our commission plan, and more importantly, about the importance of how it can be residual income for you. You know, unless you're making residual income, you're never going to be free. You're always going to be tied to having to work or stressing about money. So if it comes down to making residual income, how do you make residual income? You know, I stressed in the earlier video that residual income comes from reorders. Something that's highly consumable, that gets used up, has to be replaced. That's why we lead a lot of the time with our company with our coffee products, because coffee is so highly consumable. Think about it for a second. 7 billion people in the world. Around 2 billion are children. So we'll say, let's take them out of the equation. That leaves us with 5 billion adults. Out of that, 80% of the adults, that leaves us with 4 billion that are coffee drinkers, consuming on average 3 to 5 cups of coffee every single day. That's massive consumption. Now, we put together a plan with our company to go after at least 1% of the coffee market within the next 5 to 7 years. And if we capture that goal, that will give us 40 million coffee drinkers. Now, if they're spending on average $50 per month, which is less than half, or I should say about half of the national average, which is around $93 to $100 a month that people are spending actually globally on coffee. So if they just transfer $50, I want to say transfer because they're already spending the money anyway. That increases your chance of residual income. So if you can go get money that people are spending already anyway and just get them to transfer it, to redirect it to SBH, to our company, through our incredible coffee products, Micro Cafe line, then what's going to happen is that's going to generate about $2 billion per month into our company. That's $24 billion per year. We pay up to 50% of every dollar that comes into the company. So that's a potential $12 billion payout. That's a lot of residual income. So I wanted to share that with you, those statistics and that plan. Why? Because I want you to think about your potential. I want you to think about your probabilities of earning true residual income if you got that much of consumption going on every single day. And if you got a company that has a coffee that tastes good or better, that's price competitive, that has a health component. Yes, we put the miraculous king of herbs, Ganoderma, which is the most oxygenating herb in the world. We put it in nanotechnology form into our proprietary roasting process with our coffee, and we give you the healthiest cup of coffee that we've been able to find. And then if it's not only price competitive, not only tasting is better, but also having the health component, and on top of it, we put the fact that we pay you, and we can pay you through residual income. So I want you to think about, again, your probabilities. How does it work? How are you going to get money into your pockets? Well, here's a simple plan. Let me break this down for you real easy so I can show you how you can get free. It all starts out with, first and foremost, you learning to move around 6 bags of coffee per week, or 125 in volume. We have other phenomenal products. I'm just talking about coffee here today because of how highly consumable it is. But 6 bags per week. Now, the average customer is going to take 3 bags of coffee for their monthly consumption. That means you only got to find 2 customers per week to redirect where they were going to spend money anyway, actually going to end up saving them money, most of these people money, by drinking Micro Cafe. And here's the thing, is they're going to tell you it tastes better. They're going to tell you that it's making them feel better. That's how powerful this is. So you redirect it, you get 6 bags coming. That's 125 volume per week. That's 500 in volume per month. Off of that volume, you're going to go sell that product, right? So you're selling it, so you're getting profit. Now, the average profit you're going to make is about $400 over the course of the month just doing what I just told you, selling a bag of coffee. So you're getting it at wholesale, you're selling it at retail. So most people are turning $500 into $900 left and right. It's happening all over the place in our company. People are making substantial retail profit. So you do that, and now you duplicate that. Out of the 5 billion coffee drinkers, if we just go get 1%, right? If you just help us get the 1%, all you got to do is find 10 other people who want to do the same. Now we get into residual income. First, you were working on your own efforts. Now we start having other people. Now, on top of this, as you're directing people, we give you a website, and you're able to direct people to your website. When they purchase through your site, you're going to get 10%. We call this tier 0. So we pay you through 6 tiers. So through tier 0, just remember, anytime somebody orders through your site, and anytime you order from your own back office on that tier 0, 10% is paid to you. No matter how many times people order, you're going to get 10%. So on top of the retail profit you're making, you got a tier 0, 10% profit that's coming to you every time. When you help 10 other people do the same, they're on now your first tier. Now they're all out moving, 6 bags of coffee a week or 125 in volume. Now they're making that approximately $400 a month in retail profit, but now we send you a residual in this theoretical example of $500 per month. That starts to come in on top of your retail profit, on top of your tier 0 profits and commissions. Now, when those people do what you did, this is all about duplication. When they go find 10, they're finding 10, but it's adding to your tier 2. So when that tier 2 comes into play, your first tier is all making $500. You're now making $3,500 in this example. Now you're talking about replacing the income of most jobs. Now, when your tier 2 just does exactly what you did and what the people that referred them did, when they go find 10 to move 6 bags or 125 in volume, so 6 bags of coffee or 125 in volume, guess what happens? Now they're making the $500. Your tier 1 are all making $3,500 per month in residual income. And now in this example, you're making $23,500 per month in this example. Now you're talking about walk away income. You're talking about financial freedom income. When you go to the next tier, remember we pay you through 6 tiers. When you go down to that 4th tier, and remember you're tier 0, so now it's actually 5 tiers, but it's on the 4th tier of your team. So that 4th tier, now when they're doing the same thing, they're finding 10. Now your first tier are all making that $23,500. Your second tier are making that $3,500. That next tier is making that $500, right? But you're now making, in this theoretical example, $173,500 a month. That's an extreme example. You're a coffee millionaire. That's an extreme example. Now, there's no guarantees of income. And it's really touchy to even talk about that potential, but it's just the way it is. The numbers, hey, the computer doesn't care about your background. It doesn't care whether you're white, black. It doesn't care about your religious preferences. It doesn't care about your political preferences. It only cares about volume. Isn't it great that you can have an equal opportunity, walk away residual income, potential business here? We still got one more tier. And now when we get that final tier, that 6th tier, which is your 5th tier on your team, when they go out and just find 10 that are all just moving 6 bags per week, in this example, or 125 in volume, 6 bags of coffee, 125 in volume, take your pick. Now that's paying you $1,173,500 in this example. Now you're not just a millionaire, you're a multi-millionaire, and you're a millionaire per month. Again, this is extreme. Hardly anybody will accomplish those type of numbers. But isn't it awesome to know that that potential is there? And I put this video together to show you the example. of how our commission plan works with just a couple of parts of our 6-phase plan. I just talked a little bit about retail, but then I also talked about our 6-tier plan. But I want you to think about the people you've helped through this plan. Think about your first tier. If you're making over $1 million a month in this example, they're all millionaires because they're making over $173,000 per month. They're making $173,500. You now have 10 people that you introduced who are all millionaires. What's your impact on the world? What about that next tier who are all making $23,500 a month? They're all now looking at financial freedom. You got 100 people that are now financial freedom, people on that second tier. You got 10 that are all financially free. You got 110 people that you've literally helped become completely financially free. Let me ask you a question. What job can you work to give you that opportunity? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What impact can you make in the world if you did do this? If you have that income coming in and you got that influence of a network of other people who are also financially free. Let me ask you a question. What less fortunate people can you help out? What nonprofit organizations can you help? What can you go out there and really do? What impact did you make? Now, you want to talk about having a political voice. You've got the voice because you've got the money. You got the network. That's what we're doing here with Success by Health, SBH. We're bringing the power to the people through our commission plan and through our products. So I just wanted to take the time to show you how this works. And hopefully this gives you a better idea of the potential. It's all coming down to, are you going to get free? That comes down to residual income, which comes down to reorders, which comes down to highly consumable products, which comes down to a commission plan and a product line and an industry that can hold it. It's one thing to talk about. It's another thing if the industry can actually hold it. Billions of people drinking this product every day. And there's literally going to be millions of people impacted around the world through Success by Health, SBH. We're here to make a difference, and it all starts with you. Come join us on this journey to freedom. We'll see you at the top.